Good morning to you. It is 8:42.
It is indeed. Let's have a look through the papers now. Joining us is Cindy Yu and Stephanie Tetchy, who've been with us all morning. And Stephanie, tell us about Sharon Stone and her unfortunate dates.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to start with Shazza, but we might as well. Sharon...
Shazza.
Shazza. Sharon Stone is on the lookout for love. And if Sharon Stone can't find love, it makes me think, what hope is there for us all? But she's gone online. So she's gone on Bumble, but initially they blocked her because they didn't think it was her.
Oh, I see.
Until she put a tweet out saying, please do not, take me away from the hive. I am looking for love. It's actually me. But she's opened up about her experiences of online dating, and she says that she's been on 2 dates. One was with a criminal and one was with a heroin addict. And she said they went to a
Presumably that wasn't on their profile.
By accident. No.
Yes, I don't think she knew.
Yeah, because she's saying that he put, a picture of him 20 years ago, and now he's turned up. She was catfish. He's turned up, and obviously she's realised that he's an addict, and she said she had to end the date quite swiftly. But she says she is feeling positive about finding love online, but she says she's had dates where she's been on dates with men where she's turned out being like a therapist for them. One, he was going through a divorce, one whose girlfriend who dumped him. But I think it's quite brave of her to go online to look for love.
I think it's daft.
Oh, ouch.
I think it's crazy because it's Sharon Stone.
Yeah.
But look at that. I've just met Sharon Stone on Bumble.
Yeah.
You know what she says in this interview? She says, I'm not looking for sex. You know, I can go to the supermarket, I can go anywhere if I want to pick up men, if that's what she wants to do. But she's looking for a connection, and I think that's where the online dating part comes in, is because she's actually looking for men who can kind of has that...
For real?
Yeah, for real, yeah. And, you know, she's been married twice, she's got 3 kids. She's not looking for, you know...
Oh, yeah, but I would have thought an online dating app was the last place you'd look for a connection.
Can you imagine swiping and seeing Sharon Stone's? You'll think, oh, this is not really Sharon Stone. So I don't think people take her seriously, and I think with all the circle she mixes with, can't people introduce her?
Yeah. It's a very strange thing.
Maybe she wants to stay outside of the Hollywood, you know, bubble.
Yeah.
You know, which probably was a good idea. I mean, I can imagine it gets all a little bit incestuous and toxic in there.
Well, it does. They all go out with each other, don't they?
Yeah.
Celebs are always dating.
Nice.
But it's also dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, look, she just said one was a criminal and the other one a heroin addict. I mean, who's the next one going to be?
She might have had security with her, though.
Well, it's not very sexy, is it? Turning up to a date with a security guy.
Well, it depends on who you're dating. Some people might find that.
Oh, we're learning a lot about you today. Can we have a look at Michelle Mone?
Yeah, so...
She's, I mean, Carol Vorderman will be rubbing her hands in glee over all of this.
Oh, yes, there's a feud between them.
Yes.
This is an incredible story because now Michelle Mone is being asked for an apology from an extra person, but it's her former lawyer. Now, Michelle Mone's former lawyer says that she has been dragging his name through the mud because he doesn't want to be associated with her PR strategy, basically. So Michelle Mone's PR strategy is going so badly that someone who used to advise her on legal advice has now said, nothing to do with me, Gov. I never told you to lie to the government, for example, you know, all this sort of stuff. And it's actually asked for Michelle Mone to pay some damages, which he would, he says, donate to charity.
Everybody will be after her money now, won't they? Because they see her as vulnerable.
Well, she can't pay damages. She's had her assets frozen, hasn't she?
Yeah. Absolutely. If you are part of the PR or the legal team surrounding this, I mean, I can imagine there's a certain level of reputational damage to you.
I mean, just to remind everybody, she made her fortune through her lingerie empire. I mean, absolutely unbelievable fortune she made, and then was made a baroness because she was considered a real sort of asset to government, and then a company that she swore she had nothing to do with, except that later we found out her husband was CEO of, was given one of these enormous PPE contracts during the pandemic, and it's all a bit.
And the whole their digging becomes bigger and bigger and bigger because over the last few months they've done some interviews where they said, you know, she continues to insist it's got nothing to do with her because the money, the profit that they made has gone into a trust which, after her husband dies, may be benefited by her and her children, but not before. So, I mean, it's all very kind of, you know, tiniest violin in the world kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But surely this lawyer must have known that, you know, it's 50-50. They're just trying to make themselves look, you know, squeaky clean, but... But
the money she's made... I mean, I was reading about it yesterday in one of the papers. I mean, they've got houses all over the world, and they're not just houses. They are estates. They've got a yacht,
Yeah.
you know, an enormous yacht. I mean...
It's just greediness. I'm sorry, it's absolute greediness.
It's showing...
It's greed.
I was looking at some of these various properties and thinking... how do you even enjoy a property that size? It's like Blenheim Palace, one of them.
And I'm sure you get used to it.
Yeah. Well, I'd give it my
how-
best shot.
That's how the rich stay rich, by getting more money, more luxury. That's what they're used to.
Money makes money, I suppose, at some stage, doesn't it?
Just
Crumbs.
doesn't stop.
No. OK, let's have a look at... we talk about turkey teeth and all that sort of thing, but there's a lot of people going to places like Turkey for more serious operations. And this, I mean, we had a case recently in the papers. Was it liposuction she went for and she died?
Yeah. And it seems that the British people, us people, we are just ignoring the dangers of cosmetic surgery, cheap cosmetic surgery going wrong, and we are going in our numbers to Turkey. Cheap. Yeah, right now it seems Turkey's making an estimated of £20 billion a year from Brits who are going to Turkey to get tummy tucks, bum lifts, all in the aid of the ultimate glow-up. And it seems more than 25 people have died a year, British people, since 2019. But again, Turkey's providing this industry where Brits cannot afford cosmetic surgery over here, but they'll prefer to go to Turkey to get it much cheaper. In Turkey, they've got about 913 plastic surgery clinics. Yeah.
I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
But, you know, I've had some conversations with friends my age or slightly older, kind of like in their 30s, and it's become almost part of self-care. I'm sorry.
Yes, thanks very much indeed, Cindy.
Sorry to trigger. But no, the point is, it's become almost a kind of self-care. You know, it's almost like doing your nails. You just have a bit of filler, have a bit of Botox.
Yeah.
But actually, these are quite serious procedures that you really need to have qualified people to do. You know, if you get your nails done the wrong way around, you know, it's not the end of the world.
I'll tell you what really put me out is when you see, and the hair transplants, now that isn't particularly dangerous. I mean, it potentially could be, I guess. But you see these pictures of men in Turkey, they'll probably all come out like pieces of Lego. But they're all walking about and they've got these massive pads on the back of the heads, because that's where they take the hair from. And these massive pads and all blood and all the rest of it. I think you think, God, what's going on? When I had a hair transplant in Manchester, and there was none of that. I mean, I literally got back on the train after it was done and came home. There's no, you know, I've got any padding or anything.
Gosh, that sounds
brutal.
What are they doing? It's like a butcher's shop in Turkey, the way they're doing it.
I just think, is it worth the risk? But so many people suffer from low self-esteem these days, where it's like, it's the norm now. Just go to Turkey and get it fixed. And just do the time for healing.
But presumably getting yourself to Turkey, so the flight, the train to the airport, all of that, plus you must have to pay for the procedure, is still cheaper than getting it done
And
in
what
Britain.
Turkey's doing, they offer a package. So they'll do the flight and the hotel and breakfast. So you've got these hotels in Turkey where it's all full of people who've had cosmetic surgery.
Oh, Lord.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Can we talk, Cindy? I want to know this about this woman who wants to move house, but she can't because of her husband's hobby.
Oh my gosh! And to be fair to her, she sounds like she's very, very patient. But I don't know if we can get pictures up. But her husband has built a 19 feet by 14 feet mini metropolis out of Lego. And it's in their loft, and it's literally...
Oh, it's beautiful.
And it's got working trains, it's got multiple buildings, it's got multi-storey car park, a zoo, a jazz club, all made out of Lego.
Legoland.
And he started this a few years ago for his grandson, who you can see on the...
He obviously likes it more than the grandson.
He obviously now likes
it's much more about him, isn't it? But the point is, she wants to move house.
Yes, there's poor Hayley White wants to downsize, but she can't, because... that's not going to be dismantled, apparently.
Why? Well, just take it apart and rebuild it, give it something to do?
Well, I think you need the loft size for it.
Yeah.
You know, I think you literally need the physical real estate to have this mini city in there.
I do not understand Lego like that.
I do. We've got Lego everywhere.
I also think it'd be very expensive.
Lego's
hugely expensive now.
I have a sort of relation who builds loads of Lego stuff, and she loves it.
A sort of relation, Steve. You say that with such disdain.
No. I'm trying to not give away who it is. I don't want to cause offence. But it's but there's loads of Lego stuff, and and it's always, oh, look at this. She's done.
Oh, we've got a Saturn V rocket, Jurassic Park layout.
And I just find it so awful.
Yeah.
Well, I think it is funny, if you're like an 8-year-old kid, this is fantastic,
But working trains and everything, I love
trains
that
and everything, I think he's the best granddad in the world.
Yeah.
But maybe not the best husband.
No, she should just move out.
Yes, that's right, yeah. But I think the point is also, how do you sell a house like that? You say, and upstairs we've got this massive loft, rather a lot of Lego in it.
Where do you keep your train set?
It's upstairs. When one of the sons moved out, as every son moves out, I grab their bedroom and build.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And my absolute ambition is to have the train running through the little tunnel in the wall, going into the next room and then into the next room.
Oh, that is cool.
And then I was going to have summer in one room, winter in another.
Oh, I love that, Anne.
Is it Lego as well?
Yeah, some of it's Lego, but most of it's just model train.
You see?
I didn't see this side to you.
Oh, I know.
I'm balmy. I built. My son says you're trying to build an ideal world, aren't you?
Oh.
But you need to get in touch with this man.
I'll take him on.
Yeah. See, maybe I need a hobby.
Yeah, I find that relaxing when you're building things. It's just, it's relaxing.
Well, I'm told as well that taking up a hobby is a very, very good way of losing weight. Because your hands are busy, you're not eating or drinking, you're actually doing things all the time. And it's very good for the heart rate because it just calms you down. So take up a hobby, a creative hobby.
Yeah.
I sort of like the idea of knitting and things. I mean, I'm not
a knitter.
Tom Doe, but I just think something you can just do. It just keeps your hands busy. And...
It's better than scrolling through Twitter, isn't it?
Yeah,
Exactly. So
what would I knit? I'd have to end up with the world's longest scarf.
Well, you're a Doctor Who fan. There you go, wouldn't it?
That's all I could come up with. Lovely. Stephanie, Cindy, it's been great to see you both this morning. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah. And if you've got any weird hobbies, we'd like to hear from you, please.
Good,
I mean, nice ones, please. Yeah. GBViews@gbnews.com.
Anyway, let's have a look at your weather with Annie.